My name's Helen Clarke, and the farm's called Rainthorpe Farms Limited. It's located about 5 miles north of Lincoln, and it's approximately 1,300 hectares, and we grow a mixture of winter wheat, spring barley, spring beans, and then there's oilseed rape, and we rent out some land for potatoes and sugar beet and peas. The farm started in 1937 as a tenant farmer, and then we started buying land from 1947 onwards. I'm third generation, and my grandfather largely bought all the farms throughout from 1947 through to 1971, and then my father then farmed with my grandfather. The farm then split in the 80s, and then since 2000 it's farmed as a whole, which is how I've always farmed it for the past 7 years. So I trained as a primary school teacher and was working in Lincoln at the time, and my father became ill in 2010, and sadly it was a very short illness. He died in 2 months later, and at that point I came onto the farm, and it was meant to be a temporary measure, but I've been there for 7 years now. As a family, we've had many family discussions about the future of the farm, and we've made the very difficult decision to sell the farm this year, and so that's why we're here. As a family then, I've got 3 brothers, and each of those have got things that they're hoping to achieve in the future, and so we decided to call in a specialist to help us with the succession planning. And so through many discussions, then we decided that the best thing was to sell the farm at this time. We considered contract farming, putting another manager in, and so on, but ultimately we decided the best way forward was to sell the farm completely. I don't think there could be a more difficult decision to make. Everything about my life has centred around the farm, so it's the backdrop to everything, and so to sell it has been incredibly difficult. I would definitely suggest seeking specialist help. I think it gives a lot more perspective on all the discussions that need to be made. It adds a structure, and it means that you're working as equal parts in this rather than one member of the family leading it. It means that everybody's voice is heard, and it's dealt with methodically rather than with a scattergun approach. Everybody has certainly had their say. We've discussed it many times, both with the professionals and as a family, and we've been ready for any one of us to turn around and say this isn't right, but it still feels very right. It's very difficult, but I'm 100% sure we're making the right decision. The farm should appeal to different types of buyers. It could appeal to just one person coming to purchase it as a business, and it's a commercial enterprise, so they could be up and running straight away. Or it would appeal to smaller farmers that are in the area and perhaps would like to buy some adjoining land. So the farm's been lotted up into various lots, but it could appeal to just one purchaser. It'd be really nice if I could just drive past and see the farm being farmed in the same way that we farm it today. So we take a lot of care over everything that we do, and we're trying to be as sustainable as possible.